Hi, this is Chris Wickett from MusicRadar.com at LIMS 2009. I'm here with Steve Vai. Steve, thanks very much for chatting with us. Steve, you're mainly at LIMS for your Alien Guitar Secrets. Is it a show? Is it a workshop? What kind of thing can people expect from it?
Well, it's more of a workshop, so, well, a seminar.
Yeah.
And what I do is, you know, I've always been interested in teaching and speaking. Very different than doing a show, you know. But through the years, when I look back at my 30-year career, you know, I noticed certain moments where maybe I made some discoveries about playing and how I've evolved musically, and some of the things that have really made sense to me about music and playing the instrument. And these are the things I like to discuss. I even talk about the music business because I know a lot about the music business, and you know, certain things that musicians I think need to hear that they just don't find everywhere. How to protect yourself in the music business. You know, and basically you can find out all the academics of music and playing the guitar, music theory and stuff like that in a good book or a you know, on the internet or from a teacher. But the things I talk about, you know, maybe they're a little more esoteric.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to ask about, I've heard that without wanting to give too much away, obviously, kind of a central strain is kind of trying to find your own musical identity on the instrument. Is there kind of like one central thing, like idea that's most important, you think, throughout that, or that you'll kind of be teaching people? Or
Yeah. Well, there's various components, but the first, the primary thing is you have to want to do that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, a lot of people aren't concerned with being a unique instrumental player or a unique singer or any of that stuff. They are more interested in just, you know, playing the stuff that they like, you know, or the stuff that sounds like, you know, blues or jazz or whatever. You have to want to be able to be an individual or to find your own, because everybody's an individual. But you want to, you have to first have the desire to say, you know what, I don't want to play like everybody. I want to play uniquely. I want to do things that nobody's doing really. And you have to make a conscious decision to want to do that. And some people, that's their only decision. There's no other choice. There's no choice. If there was a choice, there'd be an option, and they don't even have an option. They're just unique. But some people don't even allow their minds to venture into that. Yeah.
I was also, you mentioned talking about kind of events that you think that you experiences where you've learned things. I was going to mention the Martian Love Secrets things that you wrote about 20 years ago, I think now for Guitar World. Just wondering if like how your teachings have changed over the years, if you can think.
Well, they haven't changed very much in the sense that the things that I'm approaching are in Martian Love Secrets is alien to conventional guitar playing. You know, I mean, you go to a teacher and they go, this is a scale and this is what it means and this is whatever. And you know, when you're jamming or soloing, you go here and you go there. The Martian Love Secrets was just like, how do you, what does the, you know, color red sound like to you? You know, you know, what would it meant if you played the guitar and you were really angry? What would it mean? How would you make the guitar sound if you were crying? You know, all these various, and many more. And those still apply because they're more of an esoteric approach towards kind of like making an expression. And I can talk about those things in the Alien Guitar Secrets class.
Yeah. Cool. I was also going to ask about Sound Theories, which was your last kind of studio release in 2007.
It was a live release.
Oh yeah, a live release. Okay. And you played that with the Metropole Orchestra. I was just wondering what kind of things you got coming up release-wise.
Well, that was the last thing I did, and it was a very thrilling project for me because I got to work with an orchestra. I just finished editing and mixing a DVD that was captured on my last tour with this rock band that I had that had 2 violin players in it. And it was very interesting because my music is kind of challenging sometimes, and very layered, but it's accessible and fun. And bringing these violin players in really added a dimension. I mean, these people, look, everybody loves to see somebody play an instrument that is completely in control, elite virtuosos that play music.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what this DVD has on it.
Yeah. And
I know I'm known for being you know, a shredder or something like that, and at times I do that. But there's reasons why, you know, it was a sold out 3,000 seat venue, you know.
Yeah, sure. And did you find that you had to kind of adapt your guitar playing style to fit with an orchestra, or was it kind of the same and they were a backing? Or
playing with an orchestra and a guitar, it's like, it's not even apples and oranges. It's like it's like, you know, beef yogurt.
Yeah.
You know, it's like really two different worlds.
Uh-huh.
A guitar speaks as like, you know, an orchestra is all these organic instruments that are like, you know, created from wood and, you know, and you know, strings, you know, with wood and, you know, a mallet hitting you know, a skin or something like that. A guitar is like, you know, it's just like hairy and balls to the wall and all this stuff. And, you know, getting those two worlds to work is very difficult. Mm-hmm. But because I understand both worlds, I do my best.
Yeah.
And, you know, I understand how the timbres work, and how it hits the air, and, you know, how the frequencies respond with each other. So I do my best to orchestrate it so that it's as organic as it can sound. So it's like more like bubble gum and yogurt.
Yeah.
You know,
better match.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I was also going to ask you about another release what you've got, which is Naked Tracks. I just wondered what the idea of that was. What gave you the idea to kind of let people solo along to your music? Are we going to be hearing kind of any of the products of this, with people sending things back to you? And
oh yeah, sure. I hope so. Oh, I've already heard a lot.
Yeah.
But what do you know? Most of the time when I do something, it's not unlike a lot of artists where you think, "Gee, I really would like to do this. Maybe other people would like it." You know, and that's when I designed the Gem guitar. You know, the 22-year-old signature guitar. It was really based on things that I liked, and then, you know, I thought, I wonder if anybody else would like this. So when I was doing the Naked Tracks, throughout my whole career, I would mix my songs without the lead guitar so that I can play to them. Because that's fun, you know, it's great. It's really, it's just like, you know, letting go at the end of the day, you know, or I create loops, and I would just solo endlessly within these loops, and it's so liberating, you know. So I thought, hey, maybe other people would enjoy this. So I took all of these, and Dean, do we have it around? Put it on display, you know. So really, what it is it's actually all of my records, and actually more, mixed without the lead guitar. So if you're into this kind of stuff, even if you're not into it, you know, my music, this is a great way to kind of have something to play to that's more interesting than just, you know, a drum beat and a, you know, a groove. I mean, it has depth and serious arranging.
Yeah.
And stuff, and it's fun.
I guess it can take you out of your comfort zone if you're a player, because normally you're soloing along to your own stuff, and it's kind of your backing is your own style that you're kind of used to, and you're used to playing over it. So
and with these, it's you can put your own you know, creative feel to it. You don't have to play what I played. Although you know, I've been seeing a lot of YouTube videos of kids that do that. You know, they play my songs over my tracks, and it's very touching. You know, and sometimes it's really great. But I mean, that's one way to approach it. Another way is to just throw out anything I did and see what you come up with. And I've seen some of that stuff, and that's really good too.
Yeah. Okay, well, thanks, Steve, very much for talking to us, and have a fantastic workshop show thing tomorrow. Thank you. Cheers.